This is a demo session, and I don't know what the demo is about. We're going to see that. I can start with Bell. So I put Bell down because now I'm going to attach a formula to Bell. That's why I already know that. So the system knows who is that formula for. So we go into building block A, B, C. Okay, deeper down into building block C. Yes, we go to solve fragments immediately. So I always take the plus and the circle for showing this is a link that I'm starting. Then I just do the C, so I know I'm building block C. Then another line and say solve fragments. I always just do the shortcut for that. And in solve fragments, where do I go? I go to the sinus node. So the SA node, that is a part in your heart. This is basically the pacemaker of our heart. And this is your connection to the universe. And this is where the energy and everything you need is flowing out of the universe for you to build everything in your system. So what do we need to do there? First, I need to strengthen your SA node. By strengthening, I mean like even though you have a regular pulse of your heart, otherwise you wouldn't be alive, there is also like a somehow like not coherent pulse that is needed for that. So your heart right now needs to work more than it actually is supposed to do. So right now I need to steady that, and this is the strengthening thing of the SA node, your pacemaker in your heart. Do I need to do anything else? No, that is already the entirety of that link. I can end that link here, and then I ask, of course, can I go to another link? So can I add another link to the formula? Yes. I just go with another plus and a circle around that to show myself in the protocol that I do have a new link. Okay, we're in building block C, and we're in the solve fragments. So right now that I'm there, I want to close the door behind me and just ask, am I still in that part of our protocol? No. Am I still in building block C? No. So I basically close two doors to go back up and have the ability to go anywhere in the toolbox anyhow. So I go back to building block C to A. Move to the left on our paper, go to building block A, and I can go into building block A. Yes. So deeper down into building block A, that is a control question that I then always ask. And I immediately get drawn down to emotions. Emotions. Okay, the emotions. What do we need to release something. And what we're releasing is fear. Okay, and I immediately also get drawn to a location. And for me, it's lower back. The entirety of my lower back right now is hurting. And it fits for me as well because, like I said to you yesterday, the lower back is representing our fear of basically the existential fear. The middle of our back is emotional pain. And if we have pain on our shoulders and our neck area, then we're carrying the load of the world on top of us in our frame of reference. So right now we're in the lower back area. I don't need to specify that in more detail. So I don't need to specify if it's to the left or the right, it's the entire lower back. So this is a level of fear that I'm right now tapping onto, and I can release it. So I get a yes on that. That was just a control question that I ask again. So I'm still right there in that link. Do I need to have anything else in that link? No. Okay, can I end that link here? Yes. So that means I'm not going to write and continue writing here because that link is in place. Now I ask, can I add another link? And I get a no. But that doesn't mean it's immediately the end of the formula. I can, of course, now ask, can I close that formula? And I get again a no. And with closing, I would have put the brackets around, would have asked if I can put brackets around, but I can't. I already got the information. You need to create a sublink. So a sublink, I demonstrate for myself. It's a link underneath a link I already created. And I just move the link in a little bit, so I know it's a sublink. And I always ask, it's a sublink to emotions? No. It's sublink to release? No. It's the sublink to fear. So this is where I then pose the next plus and the circle for myself to remember it's a sublink to fear. So the sublink to fear is important for what right now? It's important for the pain. Okay, I get focused on the pain, and I need to drink something as well. Whew. Because the pain now moves from the lower back for me into our front or our. This is interesting. I always say our, my frontal lobe, but I remember how we had the session yesterday, and everyone said like, "Wow, in front of my eyes and my head, there is like everything is like gloomy," and this is the experience I'm getting right now. So I drink a little bit of warm water to bring fluids into my system because they are a carrier of information for everything. So the pain, there's more information on the pain. So I have something added to the pain. What is the additional information? The additional information brings me directly to your throat. And what is it? So the first thing that would be a shortcut right now, we have in building block A, the energy part where we have chakras in there, the minor and the main chakras. So I would go to a shortcut. I would say like, is it the throat chakra? No, but it's the endocrine. So it's the physicality of our chakra, the thyroid. So thyroid gland, and the thyroid gland, I can still move into different parts of the thyroid gland to be more specific in my questioning. So am I going to the left part of the, no, I'm showing the right part, but I'm saying left. So my body was right now correcting itself and said like, no, you're giving the wrong information. So am I going to the right part of the thyroid gland? Yes. So right part, you already see my shortcuts. I'm never going with the full words because it's too long. You will develop for yourself a shortcut that reminds you, oh, this is right, this is left, this is thyroid, and so on and so forth. But I give you a piece of paper for that as well. So we're in the right part of the thyroid gland. So is it the upper part of the thyroid gland? No, it's the lower part. Okay, do we need to have more specifics there? No. Do we need to go into specific cells of that thyroid or specific cell elements? No. That would also be a shortcut if I do that. So I don't need to localize any more information. No. Do I need to have any additional information in that sublink? No. Okay, can I end that sublink? Yes. Okay. Do I create an additional sublink there? Yes. So we already continue. And the sublink stays underneath here? Yes. So I'm getting here an additional sublink. Now give me the information for that sublink. Do I need to go anywhere in the toolbox right now? No. So I'm not moving around in the building blocks. I just tune in and say like, what is the, that's the pain. The pain in your shoulder, because right now it's like bing, bing, bing in my shoulder, between the shoulder blade and the shoulder, which gives then an extremely sharp pain to the back of my head. So we start with the shoulder. Left pain. Okay. And there's also an additional connection. And now information is just flooding in. So as a practitioner, I need to structure that information because it's too much information for me to cut in. It goes to the head and to my brain, and then it went to my heart, which would be right closing the link to the start of our formula. But right now it's like I need to structure that. So we start with the pain in the shoulder. Is it another sublink if I go to the brain? No, it's continuous. So the flushing pain to the back of my head is still in that sublink. And head. Okay. And how is that connected? Is that additional? No, it's a sublink underneath. The pain in the shoulder is the flash of pain to the heart. And now I see that as a triangle behind me. So what is important about that? Okay, I was suggesting that already. We create a new sublink also under the topic of here, and we go into building block A and to standard settings. The standard settings is we build pairs of things that need to be reconnected. And now I need to find what's the first pair. We have 3 components right now: the shoulder, the heart, and the back of the head, or the back of the brain. And these would be the first things I would go to because these were already shown to me. So pair number 1, so I always go with P1 then, is it the heart? It's the shoulder. So everything starts with the pain in the shoulder. So that was the left shoulder. And do we need to do anything there already? No. We go to the pairing number 2, which would be the brain, because that was the first flash that I was seeing. And then the pair number 3 would be the heart. And now, because I'm curious and we started with that in a formula, I'm asking, is it specifically the SA node? No. Is it the entirety of the heart? No. So I need to go further into the heart? Yes. Okay, is it the left part of the heart? No, it's the right part of the heart. Is it the upper chamber, or is it the main lower chamber? Main lower. And I already start gurgling, like my intestines start gurgling, so something is already getting released. So, and I need to still draw a triangle, the one that I saw already behind me. I just draw it down into the formula to make it like more physical, you could say. So do I need to have anything else there? No. Do I need to the additional information for that link? No. Can I end that sublink? Yes. Can I go back to the beginning or to the frontal part of the formula? No. Can I close the formula? Yes. Can I do it in brackets? Yes. So I just put brackets around the formula of Bell. Okay. So can I tap it out right now? No, because there's something else. I already got the information. No, you're not done yet. You need to do something else. This is an add-on thing. We haven't done that in theory already. Do we have a parallel formula? No. Do we have a side formula to the formula I already built? No. We have something that is coming in. We call that a satellite. Something that is sometimes coming in and then has an effect on a person. And in this case, it's Bell. So there is something, and I need to put it down here. There's already a free space. And interesting, I need to put it on your dog, on your husky. So your husky is part of your formula, and it's in building blocks. So I start in the usual formula again. So I'm starting out, is it building block A, building block B, building block C? Okay, deeper down building block C. Yes. We go to values. Okay, values. And I get the pain in my lower back again, but it's not really low. It's a little bit higher. What's the value? So value and belief system, but here it's really tapped into value. And the sentence behind that is, or the understanding is, I need to withstand the pain. Oh. So basically, when something in your body is keeping that as a value, is like, it doesn't release pain. It doesn't let pain flow through itself. It's like, I need to strengthen myself up and I need to withstand whatever is coming. But that will always create an energy blockage. So we need to find what is happening there and why why is maybe not the right question, but what's the origin of that so we can release it. So And the dog brings that in. The dog is the reminder to that, because the dog sometimes comes in when you cuddle with the dog or anything else, and then that reminds the cells in the part of your body. Okay. Do we need anything else for that link? No, I can end the link. Yeah. Do I have an additional link? Yes, I have an additional link. Do we stay in values? No. Do we stay in C? No. Do we go to B, A? Okay. And we also, again, when we go deeper down, we go into emotions and we go into release. That's an E missing. Release. So what are we releasing? The need to withstand. I can't write today. Okay. So basically what we did is we removed a blockage out of the system. But we needed to walk around a little bit and find out where it was, and also who will help you with that, which is the dog. So we need anything else? As more information here with us. Yes. Letting it flow. Because every time when energy is not able to flow in your system, if we have a blockage, we have the potential to stiffen up. We have the potential to create dis-ease in our body, which will form a disease and which will come up and show itself. And that's what we call a symptom. But we are not going for the symptoms. We always want to find the origin. We also don't need to ask the question, why is this happening to me? That put us in a victim state. We need to find the origin. And then we need to work on the origin to take that part out. So, and I can already close the formula for the dog. And I always put that it's just one line as an arrow shown to me, that it's connected to the formula of Bell. Okay, do we need to do anything else right now? No. Anything else for the formula with the dog? Anything else for Bell? No. Anything else for the group? No. Can I tap it out? Yes. But while I tap out, I also have Bell have a specific hand positioning. It's your left hand on your throat. On your throat, and I'm tapping it out. Okay. So anything else here? So after tapping, I always check back again. It's again a control question. Is there anything else left to do? No. So I can end that session here right now. Yes. So I would usually ask for a follow-up session or service session. In both cases, I get a no. So I can completely close that session. Yes. Okie dokie. We've got that.